So I'm M. Joshua, and normally I like to spend all my time talking about trailers and what I do in trailers, but today I'm just going to go through a trailer into a game and just play it. I don't know if this is going to be super duper valuable to everybody who sees this, but it's a little bit of an experiment, something for me to be able to enjoy the games that I have in the spare time that I have. So today we're going to be looking at the first tree, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the trailer. We're going to watch it together. I'm gonna give a little bit of commentary, and then we're just going to jump right into it for maybe 20 minutes or so. All right, cool. So here we go.
Are you awake?
It was just a dream.
No, it's okay. Tell me what happened.
I saw a fox looking for her missing cubs. And along the way, the land told my story. A path was illuminated before her, and it led to something ancient, something with answers. So she ran. It's a difficult path to the first tree, but each of us must eventually take it, including me.
It's pretty. Yeah. Yeah, so this just came out a few days ago. Today we're recording on the 19th. And I gotta say, this is a really, really pretty game. I like where things are going. I like what I see. And for me personally, cute animal games are kind of a soft spot, or maybe not cute animal games, but like touching animal games. I was really, really into the series where you're a mama badger, or where you're a bunch of lynx kittens in the Shelter series, Shelter 1, Shelter 2, and what was the spin-off, Paws, a Shelter 2 story. I love those games, and so this immediately spoke to me. And you know, it's kind of in the everyone disdainfully calls it the walking simulator genre. So it's mostly about getting from point A to point B, it seems. But it really appeals to me, and so that's why I wanted to play it. A quick talking points in the actual trailer itself. You're hearing two humans talking, and there's something really beautiful about whenever you have dueling voices, whenever you hear a male and female voice in contrast to one another, creates kind of naturally a story in your mind, sucking you in. And this was just a really brilliant trailer choice for David Whaley. I'm not sure how you say his name. But for David Whale to make a part of his game trailer. Also, this one quick little sequence in here, this is something I've been thinking about lately, is the same shot setting but different backgrounds to communicate a diversity in the setting of the game. So what this moment right here communicates, I'm going to turn off the volume, this moment right here, what this says is there's these different settings, there's these different moments throughout the experience, so there's a lot that you're going to see. This is something that you definitely want to put into a game trailer. Cool. So a couple other points, just jumping through here. Obviously, showing really beautiful shots of the game, showing just the diverse setting. Here we have fall, and here we have what looks like a Patronus charm running around. These are just beautiful, diverse shot choices that clearly communicate that this is a game full of life and substance, and with different kinds of scenarios. And that's important to say, that like this is an experience with a lot of things that are going to be happening. It's not just a one note kind of thing, which is an immediate turnoff. Even if the game is kind of short. And from what I have checked, it seems that the game is in the 3-hour range, which is pretty short for a Steam game. But pretty much the ideal for my personal preferences in these kinds of experience games. And I think that's pretty much it for what I want to say about the game setting-wise. The final conclusion screen is just really good graphic design, lots of sinking in to really sink in, take in the setting, take in the world that has been created before you. I love it when trailers have a nice sinking in moment. This is very, very different from what you want for an action game trailer, which is like the, whoa, that was really intense. This is the... let's just chill out for a moment, which is really, really nice way to end things and say, hey, this is a chill out game. Cool. Yeah, so let's just jump into the game. I'm going to leave that there, and we're just going to jump right into it. So, again, this is the first tree, and I hope that you enjoy my playthrough. I have no idea what I'm going to experience, and this is my first time jumping in, so you're going to get something out of it, or you're going to see how terrible of a player I am. All right. And I'm going to try to be a lot more quiet so that you can just kind of take in the game with me. But I'll provide a little bit of commentary along the way, more than likely. Ready?
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Cool. So, the commentary stopped. I will say that this is, I didn't realize it was going to be like a dream and that it would sound like there's a couple who's just experiencing some kind of loss.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
Well, that's sad. Dead baby fox. That's definitely unexpected.
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other two children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers. The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
So I'm playing this on keyboard and mouse, as you can probably tell. I forgot to grab my controller. So my movements might be a little bit erratic. It does feel pretty floaty. I have the impression that this is not about platforming. Even though I can jump pretty high pretty fast. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's that much going on in here, so if you're like, I need something to do, give me something to do quickly, this might not be your kind of game, but I'm really curious as to where this overlapping narrative really goes. And when I say overlapping narrative, what I mean is the story between the husband and wife, I would assume. Something smoking over here. Let's see what that is.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
So it looks like I'm literally unearthing like memories. So this is kind of like linking the dreamscape with the actual reality in some narrative fashion. Huh. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm accidentally backtracking or if I'm on the right path, to be honest. But it looks like there's something up ahead. That's probably another thing for me to dig up, another memory. Or narrative reveal of some kind. So I'm going to play this until we get to a good stopping point, probably at around 20 minutes.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Huh, so he said that his... she said that he's going to see his dad again, so either there's his dad isn't the one who passed, but maybe somebody else did, or maybe he's losing his dad? I'm not sure what's implying there. The distant bloom on these objects suggests that these are locations where I should go, so it looks like I got some options here on which way I want to go up here. Probably if I want to collect all of them, then I can just kind of go everywhere. We'll see what's at this glowing spot up here and see if that's really a location for me to go to, or it's just a mirage. Looks like it might just be another little pickup. those glowing thingies. I think that's what it is. It's, yeah, here we are. Oh, well, it's a handful of them, so that's nice. We can go back to that. It looks like there's another pyre. So do I want to go to the pyre, or do I want to go towards that direction? There's a lot of options. I think I'll go back just to make sure that I'm not retreading the same thing over and over again, but that the pyres consistently mean, like, here's an unexplored area. And we'll see if I'm completely off base. So in general, this game has a lot more breathing room than I'd say that most games do, which is probably an asset, probably a good thing, but obviously not for everybody. Yeah, I think that's the same spot that I found earlier, so I apologize. This is probably just me retreading. Oh no?
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
It's really sad. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to be able to Bethesda hop up this wall here, but let's just give it a try right around here. Yeah, it's not going to work. Looks like they limited the Bethesda hopping. Got a little bit of it going on there. I'm going to get these last few little inklings over here and see if I can get a good vantage point to see the overall area. I think that this area might come to a close remotely soon. I'm not going to make it a point to try to get every single one of them, but I do want to see if I can kind of like gain a sense of the closure in this area. So it looks like there's some stuff up here that I can jump off of that cliff. Off of that cliff, rather. Can't talk. What's this over here? Broken swing. Duck hat. Huh. That's interesting. Ah, there's another pyre up there. Okay. Let's see, how do I... I'm gonna get stuck in the corner. Alright, let's see if I can just go more up the face of the mountain, because it seems like it's the wrong way to go. So I'm gonna go up here and try to get that, and maybe that'd be a good stopping point. We'll see. Kids box. Let's see. Oh, I'm stuck again. Okay.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
So I like how we're getting the background story fleshed out, even though all we're seeing, of course, is the fox and jumping around. So I see the tank, and I see another memory pyre up here, but I'm pretty sure that that's the same one that I activated earlier. I'm just going to get a little bit of a closer look to see if it's any different looking, or maybe a different placement, or anything along those lines. If my vision just is throwing me off. It doesn't look like there's anything really different up here. I'm probably just going in the wrong direction. Ooh, bunny rabbit. See if I can kill it. Nope, can't eat the bunny. That's a little bit disappointing. Maybe I just wasn't pressing the right button? I'm not sure. Okay, now... Now, I would say that this is actually probably a good place to stop, because I don't know for 100% where to go from here, but I'm sure I'll figure it out, just I need a little bit more time. So, overall, I'd say the trailer is definitely accurate to what the experience is like. It's definitely a chill game. It's definitely the kind of game that I would, you know, want to see a lot more of. Yeah, I don't know that there's really all that much more to say, other than I hope that you enjoyed checking the game out with me. And yeah, I'm M. Joshua. Find me at mjoshua.com, where I do trailers. Cool. Thanks. Bye-bye.